2-0'd in that one. In the bottom center position, Krystianer on the 3-player map Mothership. I hope we keep this map for a longer time. I want to see more games on this map just because it actually makes for a lot of kind of unique approaches. Top right, Byun. Tomorrow is gonna be rain. Tonight is gonna be rain. I've got work tomorrow. It's gonna be rain. I'm gonna be outside. It's gonna be rainy. It's gonna be wet. It's gonna be a little bit disgusting. But it's only 5 hours, so it's gonna be fine. 5.5 hours. Today we're gonna do a long day of casting here. Simulator on the way. Yeah, I've got a part-time job which is outside as well. In addition to StarCraft observing. Doing 2 jobs. Look at that. But yeah, I wanted to do something where I move the body because I'm sitting around so much in front of my desk when I'm observing, like for hours and days sometimes, so yeah. I just wanted to do something a little bit more where I have to do, like move around and do things actively. Nice, 25. Alright, here Byun is gonna chase out the probe. Oh, he just misplaces the command center. He says, I'm not gonna have any of this. Now, Krystianer didn't look bad against Maru, we have to say that, but he never went into any storm. He always went into Colossi and Disruptor. He only, to be fair, only 2 maps. But he went into a Oracle build in the first game, which was very interesting. He tried to kind of create an opening for himself with 3 Adepts and 1 Oracle and push in. In the end, it didn't really work out. He was unable to overwhelm the Marine force that Maru accumulated, and Maru went into very early, very heavy Marine production, which might have just been the perfect blind counter to what Krystianer was doing. So he had 8 maybe, yeah, it was 8 Marines against 3 Adepts and an Oracle. You still think like, oh yeah, you can probably win that fight, and you're right. But Maru did pull only 3 SCVs, and that was enough to really snowball in his favor, because the Adepts just couldn't get through, couldn't snipe down the Marines fast enough. The Oracle came in a little bit too early maybe, and just didn't bring the assisting damage that was needed there, necessary. Reaper coming in, it's gonna snipe a probe. That's a very swift and nice clean kill there for him. He will throw his carcass into the natural base, and we will hear some music from DJ City. Interlude. Okay, we got that out of the way. Cyclone comes down the ramp. He's gonna try to snipe the Adept. Should get shaded out. Oh boy, he loses the Adept. Okay, that was a little bit unfortunate. It was basically the perfect timing there for Byun. He was really chasing that one with the Cyclone, and by doing that, he of course kind of lowered the time that the missile needed to connect to the target, because it was closer to the target, so that's what allowed him to pick off that Adept actually. So really well done here by Byun actually. Just going on that chase. And now the Cyclone attacks the 3rd base, is trying to pull away some units, but Krystianer is not gonna fall for it. I wanted to say, but then he moves out with his Stalkers, so he will lose a probe or 2 here. In the mineral line is not a very committed pressure here from Byun. And he wants to keep these units alive if can be. He's gonna sacrifice a Marine for the greater good. But that's okay, he killed 2 probes, it's basically free damage. I'm sorry Marine, it's basically free damage. So yeah. Now going into the 3-rack setup here, still no 3rd command center on the way. We'll go into the tank production, and the starport is not making any additional add-ons yet. So unlike Maru, you see that Byun doesn't opt to go for a complete wall, and he doesn't add in supply depots to bolster like his tech labs and stuff, the area around those. So he makes the supply depots down here, right? Maru will make them into that wall. That's a little bit of a difference. So his setup is more accessible to a blink all-in, for example, or a pressure even. And he's gonna have a tougher time to defend. Of course, sometimes you don't want to have the full wall because it's gonna be difficult to push out and chase the stalkers with your own marines. But honestly, you can always lift the production facilities and just go for it. You just need to be able to get it back again on the ground. There comes a Cyclone. It's gonna kill 2 probes here. 3 maybe, man. Cyclones kill probes very fast. It's kind of crazy. Gets 4. He's just gonna sacrifice it. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of probes. Yeah, he gets 6 probes, almost gets a 7th one, and then he throws down the auto turret, gets a couple more here with the Raven, is gonna throw down 1 more auto turret, gets 1 more probe. Can he get a Stalker even? Sloppy play here by Krystianer. That was definitely unnecessary. It's not looking at that. Almost 10 probes here in one swoop. That's a pretty good hit into the economy. Stalkers just walking past the Raven. I'm not gonna snipe that one, and the push is commencing here for Byun, but I feel like there should be enough units, especially with the Immortal now, the Zealot. Everything should be ready here for a defense, and Byun is not even gonna try. He's just gonna walk back. He's like, alright man, maybe I forced a shield battery or 2. We know he didn't, but he doesn't. He doesn't know. Now 3-base setup for Krystianer is quite nice. We do have a comparative worker count though, and the 3rd command set is on the way. So Byun is gonna catch up very soon here in the economy. And might even be able to propel himself ahead. It depends on the timing of the 4th here for Krystianer, which he's gonna take very soon, I assume. And the Raven again coming in, getting 2 more kills here on that auto turret harassment. Oh, can we get 1 more? No. We're gonna open this up. Byun? Nope. I guess not. I also broke my foot like last year, so I wasn't able to work for a month. It was crazy. Alright. Krystianer's gonna try to intercept this. Maybe he went it a little bit too early there. He tried to get a medevac. Does only snatch half the HP. The Raven is trying to come in again with another auto turret harassment. If you can put the tanks behind this kind of pillar here, I feel like that might be a good spot to try and push. He does get the setup, but he's not really in range of anything. There's a Colossi here as well waiting. This Raven doesn't have interference matrix, so he can never take that. There's a Zealot run by waiting to jump on the tanks, but in the meantime, we're losing like all of these units over there, all of these workers. The tanks, they're disabled very fast, and the whole army fight is going great here for Krystianer. That was a really good surround. He does lose a lot of his workers though again. 9 workers down. He's actually down in workers now. And yeah, quite a lot actually. He does go for the double forge now. Tank will be saved, gets into the very low medevac there. No blink available to chase that one down, unfortunately. And 1 tank anchoring here at home will be enough to push back the seesaw that was happening. Now the Raven is still around. 48 energy, 49. He wants to go for more. Maybe he can get a couple, make it 10. Krystianer is asserting map control for himself right now. We still do see tank production here. It doesn't have one now in production, but there's the 3rd one that was just joining again here. 3 tanks is kind of the magic number. I'm not really sure why, but usually it's to one-shot the stalkers. Kind of 3 shots. So you get a 1 shot on a stalker, or like on a cluster of stalkers if you're lucky. And the Raven, it did go in, it did get 1 more kill, and it's still kind of rotating here, there, and everywhere. Oh! For a second I thought that thing would live. Byun knew that it wouldn't. Krystianer's gonna move out, he's gonna take another Nexus over here on the left side. So he's gonna start to stretch himself very thin, which you can do as a Protoss of course, but it's only because of the warp-ins, and you need to have good upgrades for that. And, well, the forge is just now spinning here, halfway through the upgrades, already +1 done on the other side. You're not gonna be in a very good position upgrade-wise. It's not gonna be like you're gonna be super far ahead at any point of the game. So, yeah, not so happy about this. Also, oh wait, we do see the Temple Archives this time. It's not Storm, but it is Archon. So Archon Charger is going to be able to defend a lot of positions until Ghosts. And then you're going to have a tough time. Another 2 do go down. Can you get one more, make the full dozen? We will have to wait and see. Now, if those armies clash right now, it's going to be pretty good for Krystianer, I feel like, because Byun unsieged. Doesn't really want to engage too early. He needs a good position. He gets a decent position. The tanks are being targeted on top of the Colossi, and man, no flank here for Krystianer didn't mean that the damage was kind of accumulated in one place here, and that's where the whole army was. So that's always really good for a Terran army if they can just shoot at one position. The splash just come in full in handy. Man, the Raven doesn't even get more than a dozen kills. Crazy, dude. The Vikings get the last Colossi. Tanks are still standing strong now. Coming in here, the Immortal is gonna finish off the last tank. The Vikings are gonna land. And the reinforcements coming in for a little bit of a flank, but everything's kind of disjointed and units are getting picked off because the 1-1 upgrades are finished now for Krystianer, and Byun's +1 is still on the way here. The armor. His units were a little bit too weak there. It was looking like he had an opportunity there, but in the end he was. It was a "Are you trapped with me, or am I trapped with you?" situation, and Byun was definitely on the worse end of that combination there. He does get his 4th command center up, which will be run-in very soon. But in the end, like, Krystianer also has his 5th run-in, which is quite nice for him. Where is he gonna take the base? Is he gonna take this one on the low ground and push more into the location of Krystianer, or is he gonna take the one in the center and just keep to the high ground? There's another auto coming down, getting another kill here. The Raven. This guy, man, he has seen the map, honestly. He has seen it 2 times. It's like when you're on an island and you've done a tour around it, and then you just do another one because it was nice. And then eventually you start fishing because you don't have anything else to do. And that's exactly what this guy's doing. He's fishing now. He's fishing for more probe kills. 14 already to his name. He is low on health though, so we want to keep an eye on that. Another base here for Krystianer on the way. So Krystianer's really spreading out here on one big line. He's trying to get away from Byun basically, but eventually he'll do a full turn and expand into Byun's area again. 16 kills, man. That's a marine drop now, full of kills. This is a full mineral line. You get trapped on islands? Yes. Do you make the fishing gear from improvised tools? You can. But a Raven, he has some tools. He has energy, he has auto turrets, so he can shoot down fish. And he has anti-armor missiles to maybe even try to hunt whales or sharks. Now that's a very exposed sensor turret. And Krystianer's not even gonna kill it. He's gonna be very nice and say like, alright, I'm gonna show you where I move. Now +2 did just finish. Is this the moment for Byun to fight actually, rather than for Krystianer? There's no flank coming in. The War Prism also is kind of, it's there, so you know, and it spawns more points, so you know that it has to be a prism. He also sees this. Krystianer knows about this, yeah, he's just not, he chose to not kill it. He thought like he could always kill. Oh my god! Okay, so now the prism dies, but first it unloads the Colossi. But this, no AoE. The Vikings still land here, are gonna tank the Zealot flank, and the Bio is gonna be unscathed here. Shooting down the last Immortals now. Everything that had a powerful tool in the army here for Krystianer is gone. Now Zealots will be able to keep this base safe. He needs to split off small forces and control these areas. Like only the Vikings, I don't know, like only 5 units are gonna be enough, man. I guess you need to kill that pylon first. To get rid of the warpins, and that's it. Warpins are gone. He already did kill this base down here. Now coming in, it's gonna kill another base. Is he gonna be smart enough to scout up that ramp? Yes, so he will go up. Would he go up with the whole army though? It's gonna be difficult to get down again. He does go up with the full army. He does have still a group of units back at home here. He's maxed now. And that's the Raven. 18 kills. He didn't get repaired. He's still on the move. Oh, this base might get cancelled. Oh, that's gonna be painful. Oh, that's a painful cancel, yeah. You could see how Byun was waiting for that. Oh, that's transferring probes. No! So he takes the one that was just sitting there. We will have to watch the fight though. Oh, gets another one. Commander Raven, 21 kills. Great. The probes did come back here into his certified. Oh, the Raven! He tried to join the fight. He tried to join for the cause, but in the end, he got sniped by the only 2 stalkers in the army. Oh, poor Mr. Raven. No, Krystianer is hurting for money. He's trying to expand as fast as he can. Byun, he's not rich. He's not rich. He's on mine out. This is quite low. But that one base, the first base, this is very healthy. So he should have stayed on the fishing boat, indeed. He did have 21 fish to share though, so that was a lot. I mean, there's only so many fish you can eat. Now Colossi, can they make the difference? He never got Storm. You can take a look at the upgrades. There's no Storm ready. He does have the Templar Archives, as you can see here, but there's no Archons with his army. There's no Storm. He's not trying to do that. It's a very cheap form of AoE, right? Colossi is what, 300, 200? It's quite expensive. It's 6 supply. That's really expensive in supply terms. A Templar, it's a 50 and 150, which is not cheap. But it's 2 supply. Hey, that's very cheap. Of course, it has to, you know, connect and all, and it has to energy, and but it's a long-term unit, and it's a very efficient one. And Byun has massive armies, 2 of those. Like Krystianer can't even fight one. He can't even fight one army because he's mostly zealot man right now with 42 zealots, and he just warped in 13 stalkers to try to do something about that zealot man setup. But I mean, 13 stalkers also not gonna make the big difference. He never got 3-3 upgrades. He's researching them right now, but like Byun is on 3-2 here, weapons and armor, which is a little bit uncommon for him. But yeah, GG is gonna be called here. He's not even gonna give us the last fight. Krystianer. Byun takes the first map, just like that. Yeah, I mean the Raven, he was a veteran, man. He should have just like retired when he had the chance. He didn't. He wanted to join. In the end, he got fished, I guess, by the propaganda from his own leader. Now let's jump into the second map. In the top left we've got on Ruby Rock Krystianer, and on the bottom right it is Mr. Byun, the man with the fast finger on the grenade. Sometimes you're holding the road, sometimes you're being exploited for your labor. Well, in the end, we're gonna see a proxy maybe. For Byun. That means he's gonna destroy the fishing rod. He's gonna try to destroy it. Yeah, he's actually gonna proxy a barracks, so this is kind of interesting. 1 barracks at home, hey, normal expand build, blah blah blah. 1 barracks across the map. Yup. Krystianer's gonna come in, he's gonna see this, he's gonna like, yeah man, Reaper expand, okay, let's go. What am I gonna do with this? I'm gonna plant down a Nexus, because, well, you're not gonna go for that factory style. And I can delay my cybernetics core. I can delay my cybernetics core, oh, by so much. But can I? So it's gonna be Marines out of this one. There's no add-on here. Could have gone for a reactor first even to try and make it a double production. It will be Marines out of this one, and it will be Marauders here. Okay, so I was kind of waiting for this one. Yeah, he cancels the second Marine, so we see that this was glowing, right? And he did not see the... So he thinks there's a second Marine production, which is not. It got cancelled. He also... Did he see the command center? He sees the command center. So what is missing is the 150 minerals in the orbital. There's no orbital right now. He's gonna make one now. But basically, this is 150 minerals. And the orbital is 150 minerals. And if you don't do the orbital... No, I don't want more views. Thank you very much. To how our man 78K9Z. I don't want more views. I just want good YouTube videos. Just want to have some fun. We're gonna see some fun now. Krystianer is gonna scout this. He's gonna see nothing really. He sees a reactor. He sees 3 Marines pushing aggressively, and then he sees a bunker in his fucking face, and it's 2 Marauders shooting his pylon. Oh! Can he cancel the shield battery? No. The Marauders have to fight the Stalker though. The Stalker is getting slow. The probes, they are doing a trick, and he did kill the SCV. There's no SCV coming with this, so it's only Marauders and Marines. But can Krystianer hold this? He has only 1 gate. He doesn't have warp gate. He does have 2 Stalkers. He's starting to bleed out more and more probes. Shield battery does get destroyed before it actually is able to heal anything, which should have been used to heal the pylon. Pylon does get destroyed. Second shield battery, even if it comes online, is not going to do anything. He needs to warp in another pylon. This one is depowered. And yeah, Byun can just shoot the army. He's shooting at the Stalker. The probes might actually be the issue though. But man, Krystianer's bleeding out everything. Everything. A small G and a big G. And then we go and ban the frickin' spam bot.